Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you clicked on this video, then you want to make Tomoe's hat from Kamisama Kiss. Whether you've seen this on your recommended or you saw a TikTok post about it, you made it. Congratulations. So this tutorial is beginner friendly and it shouldn't take you too long, maybe 1 to 2 hours to make this hat. So let's go ahead and get right into the supplies. Before I get into the supplies, I just want to make a disclaimer. I do sell these finished hats on my Etsy, so if you're looking for a finished hat, head to my Etsy, get yourself one. This tutorial is for those of you who want to make one for a friend or a family member. This tutorial is not for people to sell them on their Etsy. Mine are already being sold. So with that disclaimer, let's continue. The yarn I used for this hat, Red Heart Super Saver acrylic yarn, in the color charcoal. The hook I used for this project is a 5mm hook, also known as an H hook. You will also need a pair of scissors, some crochet needles. A stitch counter is optional, but I do recommend it just to keep track of your rows. And you're gonna want a fabric measuring tape to figure out what size hat you're gonna be making. So before we get started, you do need to figure out the size hat that you want to make. And with that, you're going to use this measuring tape and you're going to wrap it around your head, kind of where the brim of a hat would go, or the edge of a beanie, until the two ends connect. And then based off your measurement, you're going to look right here on the screen and look at what size your measurement equals. So once you figure out the size you are, we can move on to the next step. For this video, I'm just going to be making a small for one of my Etsy orders that I have. You make whatever size you need to. My cat is coming to say hi. He loves to be involved in everything I do, including my tutorials. What we're going to do is once you figure out what size your hat you're making is, we can move on to the next step, which is just chaining the correct amount. So take a look at the screen. I'm going to list how many you're going to chain based off what size hat you're making. It should be 35 for a small, 38 for a medium, and 40 for a large. So for this hat, I'm going to be making a small, so I will be chaining 35, but like I said, do the size that you want to do. So just to chain, you're just going to yarn over and pull through your slip knot. Yarn over, pull through. Keep doing this until you have the amount that you need. Okay. Once you get to the end of your chain, go ahead and, if this is for you, go ahead and hold this up. Put this part on your left ear and this part on your right ear. And if they touch, then it will fit around your head in the end. If you're making it for a friend and they're not sitting next to you, just go off their measurement. It will still be fine. So now we're going to double crochet across this chain. But first what we're going to do is we're going to skip the first 2 chains. So you're going to double crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook. And to double crochet, you yarn over, and we're going to insert into the third chain. Yarn over, pull through. You should have 3 on your hoop, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops. That is 1 double crochet. So we're just going to keep doing this. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2. You're going to double crochet all the way across. Now at the end of this row, you should have the amount of double crochet should be 2 less than the amount you chained. So if I chained 35, I should have 33 double crochets. If you are making a medium, you should have 36 double crochets. If you're making a large, you should have 38 double crochets. And then you're placing your last double crochet, and that was your first row. So to end this, we're going to chain 2 and turn your work to begin row 2. Now row 2 is the same thing. The only difference is we won't be skipping any of these stitches. We will be going right into the first spot right here. So here's your chain 2. You're going to go right into the first little stitch hole, and you're just going to double crochet like we've been doing all the way across. So you made it all the way to the end of row 2. You're going to chain 2 and turn your work. That was row 2. So what you're going to do for the rest of this hat is repeat row 2 until you have a total of 30 rows. So go ahead and pause the video, make it all the way till you finish your 30th row, and then come back and I will show you how to finish off your hat. Okay, so you have completed your 30 rows and you are at the end of your 30 rows. You should be in a top corner. For me, it's the top left corner. And then you are going to, instead of chaining 2, you're going to chain 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect our corners together. Let me try and get a better angle of this. So you have your piece. You've been working this way. Ignore the bird in the background. I'm sorry if you can hear the bird in the background. He's very vocal today. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold your project in half. So instead of having a really long rectangle, you're going to have kind of more of a smaller rectangle. This is where you folded, and then this is your opening. What we're going to do is we're going to take the sides and we're going to single crochet across this side and single crochet across that side. So you're just going to insert your hook into the front and the back piece. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. And you're just going to keep doing this, making sure your hook goes through both pieces. Okay, once you place your last single crochet, you're going to chain 1 just to kind of seal it all in. And then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut leave a good length of piece to weave in. And then you're going to go to the other side and you're going to do the same thing that we just did on the other side. Now for this side, you don't already have yarn attached to your project. So you're going to want to take your yarn, do a slip knot, and then you're going to attach your yarn in the corners, 2 pieces together, just by pulling your yarn through and single crocheting. So now you're going to single crochet all the way across the other side of your hat. Once you get to the end, chain 1, cut your yarn, pull through, and now you should have what looks like this. Now this is the inside of your hat. Right now your hat's inside out. So you're going to take, the last step of this project is taking a crochet needle, and then you're going to go along the sides and just, for these 2 pieces, I like to double knot before I weave them in. But what you do is this. And then you just weave it in like so. And then I like to kind of push the needle along the seam and pull through just for extra support. Cut the excess off. And then you're just going to want to do that with all of the edges of your project. Okay, now you have completed, you've weaved in all of your ends. And what you're going to do is you're going to flip it right side out. Make sure you push your corners out with your hands. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold the bottom up just about 1 row or like a 1/2 inch. And then once you are folded and good to go, that is your hat. This is Tomoe's hat from Kamisama Kiss. So if you made it all the way to the end, congratulations. Your hat should look something like this. Thanks for watching my tutorial. If you have any questions about your hat or if something went wrong along the way, please comment below and I will get to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free and it only takes a second. And like this video if you enjoyed its content. Thanks for watching.